Why am I doing this? This isn't in the way, is it? Oh, God, I'm sorry. No. Welcome in, Bears fans and fans of Most Valuable Podcasts. My name is Mike Rankin, and I'm back for Week 3 post-game of another Chicago Bears embarrassment on primetime yet again by the hands of another rookie quarterback. Now, this time, Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys made the Chicago Bears look like chumps, carved up their defense, whether it was short passes, Ezekiel Elliott totally running down their throats like it was not even fair. Yeah, they had a top-notch offensive line, but it looked like there was nothing by the Bears' defensive front. Their front seven going into this season was supposed to be their strength, and we haven't seen much of it yet. Understand Danny Trevathan's injured, but there's so many questions, so many problems with this team. Going into this game, honestly, looking at the starters on defense, it was like, wow, I'm having flashbacks of last year where there's no talent anywhere. Now, I'm going to get into everything. Try not to keep you here for too long because there's really not much to say. They're not a good team. 0-3 for the second year in a row under John Fox, and that leads to the question, is there going to be changes sooner rather than later? I would probably guess it would come within the offensive coordinator position because so far, Dowell Loggins has a playbook that really kind of resembles Mike Tice in the fact that a third grader could draw it up. And I say that in the most sarcastic of tones because really all I see is dump-offs, screens, and checkdowns, and just short intermediate routes that really don't take advantage to the talent that they have in the wide receiver position. No matter who's playing quarterback in this offense, it's terrible. Now, for you guys, whoever's saying Brian Hoyer should start over Jay Cutler for the rest of the year, get the hell out. You're an ignorant, dumb Bears fan. But Jay Cutler, I will say this, isn't helping this team win right now. And I will say, too, that it looks like this may be his final season in Chicago. And we'll see what happens because it looks like to this point, the Bears may be in a favorable draft position come April, maybe top 5. That'll be great. Deshaun Kaiser's on the radar, guys, so keep an eye out for that. I digress. Let's look at this terrible matchup the Bears had with the Dallas Cowboys. Boy, the play discrepancy early in the first half of the game, I believe it wasn't even in the first quarter, 21 plays to 6 by the Dallas Cowboys in favor of them. You're not going to do much on offense, and you're putting your defense in a terrible spot. This defense doesn't have any playmakers to really afford their offense to go 3 and out every other possession. It just can't happen. And going to the point of their defense specifically, I'm looking for young players to contribute. I'm looking for young players to get on the field. First of all, Leonard Floyd needs to get stronger. It doesn't look like he has the strength at this point to put it in bland of terms to succeed at the position in the NFL. We saw him in coverage against Jason Witten, got embarrassed a little bit, but they're trying new things. He's got to be able to learn to adjust, to be able to play that position in the NFL. Elsewhere, Jacoby Glenn, I was a big fan of his, maybe in week 1, even in week 2 a little bit. He looked terrible. Where is DeAndre Hall? Where is Deion Bush over Chris Brzezinski at safety? These are the things I'm looking for at this point because pretty much you got to pack it in. As we move forward into this game, moving into the second half, really, they were playing in garbage time the entire game. 24-3, yeah, you're going to throw the ball a lot. That's probably why Brian Hoyer's stats were so inflated. But it was an opportunity to get guys involved like Kevin White. But he wasn't involved until late in the fourth quarter. It took the Bears, and they had a chance, believe it or not, in this game to actually make it competitive. 34-17. After the fumble, he scored a touchdown, stopped the Dallas Cowboys on offense, got the ball back. They were down 2 scores. You score a touchdown. Even a field goal is a brand new ball game. But, of course, offense stalls, fumble by Cam Meredith. Even after that possession, the Bears stopped them. And yet there was nothing on this offense. And I blame Dowell Loggins. A lot of the blame goes to this coaching staff for the lack of preparation. And ultimately, it goes to John Fox as well. I'm curious to see if John Fox survives after this season. I know the Bears don't like to make drastic moves, but this is not good. This team is regressing. But on to some positives into the fourth quarter specifically. We see Kevin White, he made a really nice one-handed grab, but it's obvious. He and even Alshon Jeffrey can't run routes well. So they got to get creative with the fact that they need to go downfield more. We don't see that enough. Their offense, we see them go side to side instead of going deep. Jordan Howard is going to have a chance to play because Jeremy Langford will be out 4 to 6 weeks. A lot of people are excited about Jordan Howard going into this season after drafting him in the 5th round. I'm excited. He looked okay in sporadic series in the first 2 games of the season and got extended playing time in the Dallas Cowboys game. So look forward to that. That's something positive. Josh Sitton, Kyle Long, Cody Whitehair, they're still doing their thing. Bobby Massey, Charles Leno Jr., that's going to be a problem all season. But overall, you look at the Chicago Bears team and they're just not good. That's just flat out. I'm going to own it. I said they were 10-6 because I had total optimism, given the fact that their schedule was favorable. They did well in the draft. They had talent in their defense that they upgraded with. And I felt like this offense could make enough plays to be competitive in ball games. But we see this offense is just inept, and it's unfortunate. And that may cost Dowell Loggins his job. So we look forward to the Detroit Lions at home, I believe, next week. If it's on the road, who cares? It doesn't matter at this point. They're 0-3, and they're among the bottom feeders of the NFL, and rightfully so because they look like trash. Thank you guys, as always, for checking out this Chicago Bears post-game review. It's another loss, but I'll be here every week for you on Most Valuable Podcast. Check out all our content on YouTube. Most Valuable Podcast, subscribe to our channel. I'm at Rankin 906 if you want to see me complain about the Bears even more, and maybe some Cubs talk because I am a Cubs fan. Also, follow us on Twitter, Most Valuable Pod. We have an Instagram. Check us out there. Patreon. Oh, Patreon. Big one. Become a Patreon. We appreciate more than we already do. We try and entertain you more so. But, guys, once again, thank you very much. Stay tuned for Behind the Pen for more Bears talk. And as always, we will see you all next time. And of all... Fuck.